Hey, what's going on, guys? MinTheQ77B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2004. This is episode number 84 today for the 2005 Coca-Cola 600, our longest race of the playthrough. And in terms of we really don't have any news, of course, for the sponsorships and all that because the All-Star race, they don't wear your parts out, thankfully. So thankfully, we did not, even though our car was completely destroyed, no changes. We're all set and ready to go. So this is probably going to be a pretty short introduction anyway. Dale Jr. still leads the points by a 14 over Harvick. We're still chilling in P5, but I think we can do a little bit better. We gotta make sure we finish in the top 10 though, because we actually need to get that sponsorship happiness rating up. Because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do if we lose MBNA. But we got some good data from the All-Star race though. I will say that. I do want to save our best equipment for like Pocono or Dover, because those two races are coming up next, so I can't wait for that. So we're going to use our worst equipment, actually, for this race, because I want to do well those other two races. This one I'll probably save for Pocono. And, we're gonna just save all of our stuff for the next two races anyway. So yeah, we have a 71 car rating. We're using the same car that we have. Paint scheme included, because it's a night race. And we'll see you at the Coke 600. Okay, I made some adjustments. I don't think we're a little bit faster. I think it's more about just keeping the car steady, because I know I made a few more adjustments actually to help get more tire wear into the setup. I raised the suspension a little bit on the front to make it 50 instead of 45. It helps with the tires actually a little bit. So we can always just fix that real quick. And anyway, I also made an air pressure adjustment to hopefully give me a little bit more speed. We kind of messed up the corner actually off of 4, and the lap time's going to be, wow, we're going to have a long way through the field, aren't we, today? P34. Well, we got our work cut out for us today. 28.7. No, they were running 29.2s during practice, so I'm not sure why we were getting all that anyway. So we got our work cut out for us today. But it's going to be Rocket Man Ryan Newman on the pole today. So we will see you guys in the race.
Welcome everyone to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's time once again for the running of the Coca-Cola 600 here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. And EA Sports is here to bring you all the action. This is a hometown crowd for a lot of these drivers.
This track was the first one to focus on spectator comfort, and it shows. This place always draws an enormous crowd. Most of the team shops are located in this area, which give it a hometown feel. We're in for some great racing here at Lowe's.
How about the consistency shown by Kevin Harvick?
That's right, and I think you'll have an excellent run in this one as well. I spoke to the crew chief this morning, and he assured me that they have a very fast hot rod.
In 2002, Rusty Wallace had his streak of consecutive seasons with a victory stopped at 16.
He and Ricky Rudd tied for that longest win streak, but you know Rusty wanted to take it for himself. Now he just has to look at starting a new streak.
The 56 car will try to use this race to close in on the points lead.
Being in the top 5 is a huge boost in self-confidence. I know everyone on that team is very happy with their performance this season, and rightfully so.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
Well, I'm surprised that they didn't say an unusual back-of-the-pack start by the MBNA Chevrolet. Well, it is an unusual back-of-the-pack start, so now we actually have to think about making our passes, though. As much as we want to be aggressive, we actually have to be careful with that aggression as well, because now we're starting on the outside line, but we have 100 laps to get back up there. The longest race begins as we are now underway, right behind Jeff Green, and we're outside, who was actually, funnily enough, we actually started right next to Terry Labonte once again, because we started in second in the All-Star, and now we're starting next to each other once again here at the Coke 600. Once again, we just don't have great straightaway speed going, well, not straightaway, more like takeoff speed anyway. Yeah, so now we're going to be right behind Ward Benton there. We're going to make sure we don't run into the side of Greg Biffle. We don't want any more drama that we had already. But now we have to go. We actually have to claw our way through the field now. So now we got to pass Ashton Lewis. We're going to go 3 wide right off the bat, off of lap 1, because of course we are. We have a tiny bit of contact with Wood. Right rear's just slightly, just visual damage anyway, no problem whatsoever. We're making up passes on the inside already. We got everyone's favorite moving chicane alongside. We're passing Christian Fittipaldi. Now we're going to stay behind Terry Labonte here throughout the middle of the corner. We have the field filler that got the pole in Atlanta. Dave Dunn is back in the field, boys. If you're a fan of Dave Dunn, go ahead, cheer for him on. He probably won't get a top 5 or 10, but anyway, we're going to keep going 3 wide. We're going to even go a little bit of a pass in the grass, actually, in a way. We're going to be very careful with Montgomery, and we make contact. That is a 30. We check for damage. There is none, according to the game, but we're pretty sure there's some visual damage involved. We might have to see if we can actually repair that. And we got everyone's favorite roadblock, Kenny Wallace, alongside. He's actually racing us a little bit of patience for once. It's about freaking time. I guess the message finally got to him. As we're already back up to P25 in a matter of 3 laps. But we're not done yet. We got a long way to go. We still got Jack Sprague to pass, which we're going to easily do. We're going to walk right by him, actually. And we got Talladega winner Jeff Burton alongside as well. Running an alternate paint scheme this week. I like that paint scheme. It's really, really cool with the flames. Really hot, actually. I shouldn't say it's cold. Well, maybe I should because the flames are red. We got Hermie Sadler alongside. We're already back up to P22. Within the next lap or 2, we're going to be back inside the top 20. Anyway, we're still clawing our way throughout the field. We just got to find Ricky Rudd and pass him because we need to get that sponsorship money because we're not getting the qualifying one, that's for sure. And already we're going to be right inside the top 20. Oh, we got Matt Kenseth a little bit of a nudge as we pass Joe Nemechek for P20. I guess I have a lot to talk about here, actually, because we're actually working our way through the field really much. All right, now we're gonna try to go down the inside of Matt Kenseth here, go away for 19. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm focused on race trim instead of qualifying trim here for this race. We just gotta make sure we get to the field as safely as we can, but also be aggressive as quick as we can as well to get the cleaner air. We're gonna go around the inside of Matt Kenseth. We're gonna try to do the same for Robbie Gordon on the front straightaway. Now we got our old friend Ricky Craven up there as well for 17th, it looks like there. Yeah, this changes have been quite good for our car, even though we're not really going up there as fast as we can. Oh, hello, Craven. That's a little bit of a late block there. We almost got ourselves turned around, and we're now our car got tight on the outside because of that arrow push. We're going to have Jeff Burton try to go down on us on the inside. We're not going to let him have it. We're going to go down the inside of Craven to get the next spot. As we continue to claw our way throughout the field, I think Labonte as well trying to claw his way throughout the field as well. I'm not sure if I think it's just outside of top 10 anyway. He's trying to get a consecutive streak of top 5 finishes. He has 3 in a row right now, actually. Good run for him. We kind of had a little bit of a disagreement or a bit of a confrontation at the All-Star race because of my aggressive move. So we're probably going to have to take some time to repair that relationship between him and I. As we go down the inside of Elliott Sadler as well as Johnny Benson, we're going to try to go for a 3-wide move here down the inside. We think of it better of it as we're going to let Elliott Sadler have his way with Johnny Benson first before we make an inside move going into turn 3 as he tries to block us down there. But we're going to say no. We're going to sail it off on the inside. We might give him a little tap here, or oh no, we will not give him a tap. He actually gave us some space, so thank you, Mr. Candyman, before Kyle Busch even existed. And I'm bringing Jeff Burton with me. Up next is Jerry Nadeau, who's having actually not that great of a season whatsoever so far in that 01 Pontiac. Pace, according to my crew chief, says it's been falling off a little bit, so I think we need to make some adjustments. I might need to bring the air pressures back to the way they were or something, because this is not working out very well. It's either that or the traffic's just getting in the way. But now we're in the slipstream of Jerry Nadeau. And we're going to try to see what we can do getting back inside the top 10. Lap 14, and we just got around Rusty, we got around Michael Walter, we got around Jimmy Johnson, and now we have our sights of our sponsorship objective, Ricky Rudd, in front of us, as well as our sponsorship, not really sponsorship, our technical alliance teammate Bobby Labonte as well. We need to make sure we get back up there. We're going to go down the inside of the Rooster. Oh boy, here we go. The car got tight a little bit going in the middle of the entry, but he's fighting alongside on the outside with the help of the draft of the 6th car of Mark Martin. He comes down low to block us and pulls us up. We're going to give Mark Martin a little bit of a thank you in a minute, a second here, if we can try to get around him. Boy, car gets tight. The car gets a little bit tight, but I'm afraid of adjusting that wedge because I'm afraid I'm going to get loose as the run goes on instead. So I'm not even going to think about adjusting the wedge today. As we're going to try to go around down the inside of Mark, we're going to give him a little bit of a surprise, and we're back inside the top 10. I mean, we're in P9 now, and now we got a shared draft with Bobby Labonte to try to get that relationship back mended. Because after that little bit of a disappointment there, so we got to go fix the relationship real quick.
There's 4.5 seconds between you and the leader.
All All right, well, we got the relationship back mended, and now we got to go around Bobby Labonte here. He's back up to 100, as you just saw briefly there. We're going to go down the inside of Bobby Labonte because that is part of our clause here to have both Bobby and Tony as like our friends on the racetrack. I mean, that's kind of a rule that I put myself upon having. I got to make sure I have the alliance on the 18 and the 20 at pretty much almost all times, or at least the best I could do. So that's why we lost a little bit of time to the leaders there. Because I know in the future NASCAR games, they always have like this little thing, like actually in a way in a season mode as well with this game, you kind of have your own teammates if you depend on, you know, the drivers that you select for, and they always get to have alliances right off the bat. That's the thing I'm trying to do here with this mode. So that's why we lost a little bit of time to make sure we got that right back up and running. That left front finally starts to get worn, so I'm not sure if maybe the car is getting tighter or looser, but the frames are going away each time on the front straightaway. But anyway, we're 4.5 seconds off the lead now. Hopefully we can bring some of that time. We're pulling away from Bobby Labonte. I wasn't kidding when I said what this car was trimmed out for race pace, because look at that. We're in P8 actually. I think this was more about like, hey, the AIF somehow got good at qualifying all of a sudden, and maybe I should have gotten 2 laps down instead of 1. But once again, it's the personal rule. I gotta do only 1 lap of qualifying. We gained about a 1/10 that time, and now the right rear is getting worn. That's actually pretty good for us because now we can actually start pushing. We're trying to push that right rear a little bit more to make it a little bit more freer in the corners. But Jeff Gordon's not going to make it easy for us. We're going to go down the inside of the Pepsi car. Kind of bit of an uncanny place for you to be in Coca-Cola's race. A Pepsi car and a Coke race. You would think you would run that at Daytona, you know, and then put Pepsi 400. We gained another 1/10 actually. They're not running away from me. We just gained another 1/10 actually. We just got to keep chipping away at these guys. 1/10 for one lap, 1/10 1 lap. We could potentially get to the lead of this race at this rate. We'll have to go see. Pit road cycle is about to come in about maybe 10 laps from now. Anyway, so it's a long way to go, but our car just got tight right there. So we just completely botched a corner. We're probably going to lose about a 1/10 or 2 in this lap and see how. All right, let's see what the leaderboard says. Okay, so we lost about a 1/10. So maybe we need to, I don't know what adjustments I want to make. I don't know if I want to lower the air pressures and make it better in the corners. I might just do that. I might bring it back down to 22 PSI instead of 23, so we'll make a slight air pressure adjustment and see how that goes, like once the pit cycle commences. I'm not tweaking the wedge because if I do, I did some practice laps. Even with higher pressures, I still, like, it tends to spin a little bit unless I mess up the corner. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of time now. We gotta make that air pressure adjustment or something. Or do we keep it as it is because it's still going in the long run? I'm not so sure what I want to do with the pit strategy wise. I'm not sure if I want to make it 35, 35, 30 or 35, 32, 33. I'm just trying to think, but I do want to go long in this first stint for sure. All right, we gained about a 1/10.5 there. Okay, we just got our tires very worn. We got Ricky Rudd somewhere behind us. We're not losing that much time to the leaders. We're actually gaining. We just gained about a ½ second in the last few laps. We're actually kind of like, I think, the fastest car on the track right now, which is good. So now it makes me wonder, do I even want to bother making any adjustment to the setup at all? I mean, we could probably try to experiment in the second run anyway. We could try to experiment there. I mean, we already have 3 wins of the season already at this point. We're at the Coke 600. Do we dare try to make an air pressure adjustment to make it better? I think we should. I think we should. We should probably make an air pressure adjustment, just a tiny one. We're gonna go to bring it back down to 22 PSI and see how the car behaves on that. We're gonna have a little bit more acceleration, a little bit less top speed, and a little bit more tire wear. But I don't feel loose. I don't feel tight. I mean, I do feel tight a little bit, but I'm a little bit worried about if I make it too loose in the run, it's gonna wear out more. The leader's not really gaining a couple tenths a lap on us, crew chief. I don't know what you're smoking anyway, but we're probably gonna get some lap traffic ahead because I know the leader probably passed somebody. I'm not sure who that is. We're all over the back of. We're gonna be right behind Dale Jarrett, inside the top 5 actually. We're just having a great claw all the way back from 34th place to P6 in this one run alone. That just shows how well of a car we have here today. We're now 3.8 behind. We gain another tenth actually. We're gonna try to think about going down pit road in about maybe a lap or two. Fuel tank's almost empty. Actually, let's scrap that idea. We're gonna come down pit road this time. Fuel tank's almost empty. It's time to bring her in. As much as I would like to go another lap. Yep, people are heading in. Jarrett's in. Stewart's in.
Got one outside.
I came down pit road like a normal person. We're good. Frames are dying. That is not good. It's always dying on the front stretch. We're gonna make our adjustment like we said, just a minor air pressure adjustment. Jarrett's gonna come on in, and here we go. Good stop here, guys. Good stop. All right, that was pretty good right side. Fantastic stop. Oh my goodness. 14.9. What a stop. Great stuff. We barely keep our position though, because them two actually had a fantastic stop themselves. Both Stewart and Jarrett, like they still pulled away. Jarrett and Stewart did. Like they must have had a fantastic stop. But anyway, we're back on track and we're gonna try to get as many spots as we can. We got the leader coming down pit road. Actually, we lost the spot to Ricky Rudd. We got to make sure we get that spot back. And we're still side by side going in the one. We're still trying to catch up to both Dale Jarrett and Tony Stewart. I think we're losing just a little bit of pace because of the adjustment, I think. Maybe it was better off if we did leave the pressures the way they did. The way they are anyway. But now we got the leader behind us. I think that's Jimmy Johnson that's the leader, I believe. Yeah, he's coming down pit road, so that was definitely Jimmy that was leading this race. And pit cycle should be about done anyway here. We're actually now in P7, P6 probably, because we're going to pass Harvick here. Harvick must have had a terrible stop because he's now down to P6. So he's just falling down the order. He was actually in, I think, second or third of the race, and now he's down to P6, or I probably must have passed him or something. I don't know. I forget where he was. I don't remember where everyone was. I just know that Jarrett and Stewart were in front of me, as well as Junior. Newman was there too, so maybe that's the 4. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be in the top 5 now of this race because of Johnson. He's coming out of the pits. We cut the gap down from 4 seconds to 2.5 actually, because we had a fantastic stop. I believe Newman is still the leader, if I remember correct. No, it's Dale Jr. The point leader is now leading the race. Tony Stewart's in second. He has yet to win this race this season. I mean, I'm partially to blame for that actually. So hopefully if I don't get up there, we can give Stewart a win or something. I don't know. That's assuming if I can't be able to get up there anyway. We're still now 3 seconds back, so I think we're just a little bit slow on the pace now. Maybe I think the adjustment did not work out for us, but maybe it'll come to us in the second part of the run anyway. Here, so we'll just have to see how it goes. All the 4 lead cars are all under a blanket right there. Let's try to make that 5, yeah? What if this was a real-life NASCAR race today in 2023? That'd be amazing. If after all this, like after 45 laps, still the top 4 cars are literally under a blanket right now, probably even 5, because the lap car of I believe that's Kevin Grubb holding up the leaders. Once again, do we have another Giga Chad? Is Kevin Grubb the new Giga Chad or something? I believe that's Grubb. Is he the new Giga Chad? Just like Mike Skinner was at Darlington. He is holding up both lanes. Both Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Tony Stewart can't get around him. What is going on? What is happening in this race? We just reeled them back down. All because of Kevin Grubb being the absolute GOAT. I can't even call him a scrub anymore. But it looks like the AI are starting to try to adapt now, because Stewart's going to be all trapped on the high side here. Yeah, 5 cars under a blanket as well as a lap car. We're going to try to take advantage of this as best we can here, as we try to go back down the inside of Ryan Newman, who is our pole sitter. The leader is right there. Kevin Grubb is literally holding up everybody, myself included, at this point. We're just trying to get around him. Tony Stewart can't get around him. He's all pinned up there. I'm trying to give Tony some space so he can actually get down there. We're actually going to try to give Tony Stewart some space to actually go down there. We're trying to lure him back down here so we can actually get around these guys. But, oh no, Kevin Scrub just loses it on the front stretch trying to block. And now, unfortunately for Tony Stewart, as we have a caution, I think that was because of Kevin Grubb losing it on the front straightaway. So we're going to try to pull Tony Stewart back up here as best we can. That was probably because of Kevin Scrub, a rare AI mistake in this game. It finally happened. It only took me like friggin' 84 episodes for the AI to actually friggin' lose the car. But yeah, let's take a look at what exactly happened with Kevin Grubb.
29.53. You're gaining on the leader. 1 second, just 1 second back.
Oh no, a pileup right then and there. Lap 40. Oh no, Jeff Gordon gets involved. He got flips over almost. Yeah, he does. I think that was Labonte that also got involved too. Oh, Jeff Gordon up and over. Well, it's still too early to come down pit road, I think. We're not making it. As the season stands, the points are about the same. We are still fighting Tony Stewart for P5. And away we go. We're just past the halfway point of the race. That was pretty gnarly. I've never seen anything like that in this game in a while, actually, especially on Legend difficulty. Unfortunately for Stewart, he's pinned behind 2 lap cars, so I'm not sure if I can be able to get him out of there. Oh, he's getting pinned by 3 lap cars. Not to mention we got people on the inside as well trying to get around him. Stewart's just not having any luck this season. We have a debris caution, guys. That is a debris caution, guys. Yeah, immediately that was a debris caution coming from Sterling Marlin. That was a piece that came off his car, surprisingly. Well, of course, the AI don't blow tires, apparently, even if they run over it. Yep, there goes the thing. Still a bit too early, I think, to come down pit road, so we're not going to bother. And Rudd must have gotten around Tony Stewart and Harvick or something. Or did Tony Stewart pit? Did Tony Stewart pit? No, he did not pit. He's actually behind Harvick and Rudd. Did Tony Stewart get involved in that wreck? I don't think he did. There's no damage on his car, but we gotta find a way to get Tony Stewart back up here. But unfortunately, I don't think I can. I personally don't think I can get him back up there. But now we're the ones being pinned by all these slow lap traffic. A lot of lap traffic drama this race. That is a bit unheard of. I never really thought the AI would have trouble in this race. It all started right here on the dog leg. I mean, poor Tony Stewart. He's stuck back there. I mean, and we have another debris caution. We have yet another debris caution. Now I think we can go down pit road and no, we're still a bit too far away. We would need a clutch if we even think about doing it. I don't think we can come back down pit road. This time it's Harvick, because the AI don't repair their damages. I don't think we should come down pit road. No, they're not coming down, so we're not going to either. It makes sense anyway. Again, we just don't have any takeoff, so that's why we're stuck behind all these lap cars. We almost make contact with Fittipaldi. We're gonna try to make sure we can give our right front starting to wear down. And the AI will continue to not come down pit road to repair the damages, and we keep getting cautions because of the debris. I don't even know why I'm pushing my tires right now, to be honest. I don't know why we keep doing this. Why have they not come down pit road? I have no takeoff speed. Yeah, there goes the hood. Who's the debris that came off this time? Oh, Jeff Gordon. That must have been a really nasty accident. They're not coming down pit road at all. Poor Stewart. He can't do anything, apparently, with these lap cars. It's ruining his race. Now, do we all pit? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We do. Okay, thank goodness. Actually, we're going to probably put it back to the way it was. Or do we keep it the same? Actually, I want to put it back the way it was. I actually want to legitimately put it back the way it was, because I think we can get them back in the second half of the race. That's what I'm worried about. I want to get them back in the second half of the race, because we didn't get enough time to be out in front. We didn't have enough, whatchamacallit. Because we started so far back and get around all those all those cars. I think we have we had an initial setup to win this race, and we have an air gun jam. An unfortunate stop there, but can we get it right in front of Ricky Rudd? We do not. And we don't get in front of Johnson either.
Some guys stayed out to gain track position.
We got people staying out. That's interesting. And we're starting at P11 now. We're going to try to immediately go down the inside of Ricky Rudd to get back that 10th place. Now we can try to make it to the end, hopefully. I think we need to start drafting off of some people, because we keep losing it on the initial start. We lose spots on the initial start of the runs, but hopefully no more cautions should fly anymore, and we should be able to run this race to the end anyway. We might need to lift a little bit longer to make sure extra insurance to make it to the end, but I think we can do it. Some people decided to stay out, which I'm not sure why. I mean, they got to come down. They got to come back down.
31, 48. Keep running that line.
But I'm not sure who stayed out.
Picked off another possession.
Oh, sorry, Casey Mears. I didn't mean to shove you like that. That is a well-deserved 10. And there's our pole sitter, Ryan Newman. He's falling back down the 10th. As we're going to try to shoot down the inside. All these lap cars are giving us a lot of trouble and a lot of drama in this race so far. I mean, they're all trying to get back on the lead lap, but they just can't because they're too slow.
49, 53.
Surprisingly, Harvick is still running well. I mean, Rudd has some damage. Herbie Sadler has some damage, of course. Of course, Kevin Grubb has some damage. We should have damage, but we don't. I'm more worried about the second part of the run, so that's why I put the setup back the way it was. Because remember... Oh, God! Kevin Grubb almost loses it again! I didn't mean to shove Ricky Rudd like that. I did not think that was going to happen at all. Once again, another rare AI mistake by Kevin Grubb. It happened to the same person twice. What is going on? Kevin Grubb, are you okay? I mean, are you... No, I'm sure not in real life, but I'm just saying, like, are you okay in the game right now, mate? Are you okay? But anyways, we're back in the fight here. Actually, we got Craven in front of us as well. He probably stayed out. We're going to try to go 3 wide down the inside of both Harvick and Rusty Wallace. They have a lot of damage on their cars. Junior is probably the only damage-free car that's, like, still running, because I'm pretty sure Gordon, McMurray, and Craven all stayed out under caution. I think Dale Jr. is probably the one car we're really racing against right now for the win. We're going to push Craven up as best as we can here, as we try to go back down the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're trying to try to make the inside pass on Ricky Craven as well. We're going to go down the inside. We're going to go 3 wide, and we're going to make another pass in the grass here to try to get back to third place. Our car gets a little bit loose on the straightaway, and it feels really weird to see a hoodless Kevin Harvick running inside, just enough to be back inside the top 5. But you'll be surprised at who the actual leader of the race is. It's Jeff Gordon, despite having literally flipping over. He's leading this race. McMurray's in second, probably because he stayed out. Him and Craven are probably having to come back down pit road at some point.
49.
But now we just got to run down these 2 guys and just probably draft with them for a little bit, actually, until they come down pit road. Because I'm not even sure if we're able to make it on fuel. As long as we keep drafting, we can actually save a little bit of gas. Because I'm not sure making 35 or 36 laps will do. I'm pretty sure we can do it. We just gotta be smart with our throttle inputs and make sure we can get back on the throttle a little bit later than we normally do. Just like what we did at Bristol, except we can't really clutch here. Many laps later, I decided to go down the inside of another pass in the grass for second place with Jamin McMurray. Class of 2003 is really being strong these last few races for the class of 2003. The second place versus the Rookie of the Year, but the second place has gotten around the Rookie of the Year of 2003. Next up is Jeff Gordon without any bit of downforce whatsoever anymore. We got Dale Jarrett right behind us, ready to challenge us for the lead. Well, maybe for eventually the lead, because I'm not sure if Jeff Gordon will come back down pit road or not. I'm pretty sure he has to. I'm pretty sure he stayed out. He's either that or he had a lightning fast pit stop. Despite flipping in the race, He's leading in this race right now in that number 24 Pepsi Chevrolet. It is weird. Video games are weird, aren't they? All right, so now we're all over the back of Jeff Gordon. I'm thinking about going for the lead, but at the same time, we got to make sure we make it to the end, so we're actually going to do something really tactical here and a little bit of gamesmanship and just stay behind Jeff Gordon for a little while longer. We also got to manage Dale Jarrett being alongside us as well, but Jeff Gordon apparently still has like a little bit of pace inside him to actually try to lead this race. But we got Dale Jarrett behind us. We might have to let him. I'm not sure if I want to think about letting him go or whatnot yet. But honestly, also we have his teammate Jimmy Johnson as well, bringing himself back up to the P4 position. We're going to continue to push Jeff Gordon here to basically try to save as much fuel as we can these next 2 laps and see if we can go make it 20 laps for the rest of the way. I think we could, at this point, we could probably do. We've been drafting a lot of alpha people lately in this entire race, so we could try to make it 20 more laps or 21 more laps anyway. We're going to go down the inside of Jeff Gordon for the race lead. His teammate going to try to follow us. I mean, his car looks like it's already been mangled up in the bits and pieces. But Jimmy does not go with his teammate. He's trying to go down the inside of me. He's trying to think of making it 3 wide down there. So it's almost like a rematch of Texas last season between me and Jimmy Johnson, where him and I were just completely the class of the field. But now we lead the race from 34th to 1st in the Coke 600, and we got ourselves 5 bonus points in this race. What a mess this race is. We got somebody down pit road. I'm not sure if they're out of the race or whatnot, but it's interesting to time this out. That track position strategy kind of worked out for Jeff Gordon in a way, but at the end of the day, it did not. So now we're going to try to hold on to this lead as best we can for the next 20 laps. And we also have to manage the fuel, and of course our right front's starting to wear down. But it's about to be the second half of the run is where I want to thrive, because I was focused on race trip for this setup anyway. Whoa! I don't know what that was, but we went down on the apron a little bit, make the car a little bit loosey-goosey there. But now we have to defend both lanes for both Dale Jarrett and Jimmy Johnson. I almost said Tony Stewart for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm wondering what the hell happened to him up there. It looks like Harvick finally has his hood back. I think he might have got his hood back. I don't know. But, yeah, image from there is just saying he has it. Where is Tony and Bobby the Bunny at right now? Anyway, I mean they're not in the top 5 obviously, but are they in at least the top 10? I mean Newman's not up here either. Newman is not up here either. I wonder what happened to him. He was our pole sitter, and he was doing great until all that shenanigans in the middle of the race had happened anyway. But we're still defending our way with Jimmy Johnson anyway. We're still defending. I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if Johnson has won this playthrough yet. He probably has. But either way, we're still trying to defend, and we're still trying to make sure we make it 15 more laps, because we have it's actually 16 more laps to go, actually. We're about 15 and a half now. We're just about 9 on the fuel left. We have about 9.2 or 1 on the fuel tank left. Got to make sure we're able to just let off the gas, and if anything, we might have to start clutching a little bit. But as long as we stay in the draft of Jimmy Johnson, we can probably try to make something happen here in terms of the fuel. I was trying to let off a little bit more. We hit the wall a little bit. We lost the lead because I was trying to make sure I save just a little bit more, but that's okay. We got 10 laps to get that lead back. I think we can get that lead back. Do not worry. Car's going to be a little bit tighter now because we scraped that wall, but we're going to be just fine. Remember, our car is good of this, especially this portion of the run as well. We can get back up there. It's just a little bit of a mistake just to make sure. I mean, I checked the fuel. We're about 6. We're about 6 on the fuel. We use about 3 per 5 laps. We use about 3 gallons for every 5 laps, and that's with a little bit of drafts. So I'm just trying to calculate to make sure we're able to get to the finish, and I just messed up the corner entry a little bit because for some reason when I got off the gas the second time, it got tight instead of loose. But that's okay. We're going to work with Jimmy Johnson here. It's a good idea to actually be back behind Jimmy Johnson for just a little bit while longer before we try to make the pass anyway. We'll get more of the draft and more fuel saved. That's good. That's fine by me, because now we're reaching low on fuel with about not 8 point some laps to go. We have to make sure we're actually able to stay behind him, because we don't have the best efficient engine in the world right now. That's probably going to be the next upgrade. I'm not so sure, because in terms of straightaway speed, you can tell we're fine. If I were to get any more, I'm pretty sure we would just win every single race. So I'm not really too focused on that right now anyway. Got to stay behind Jimmy Johnson for maybe another lap or 2. maybe just set them up here for like a 2 laps to go pass or whatnot. But when maybe about 5 laps to go, we'll make the pass back for the lead. So with about 5 laps to go, Tony Stewart is back up to P4, and Jimmy Johnson gets loose on the front straightaway. That's just about the same spot Kevin Grubb got loose upon. We're going to try to go down on the inside. It's time to go, actually. We're going to try to get around to Jimmy Johnson for the win back once again, because we gave up the lead the first time. We're going to try to go down on the inside. Obviously, he wants to go block. We're going to let him have the spot for now. But we're going to probably have to try to do our best and set him up here because we got lap traffic up ahead. We got everyone's favorite Christian Fittipaldi. Can we even make 4 more laps? So that's the question. As we go, we have a little bit of contact on the back end of Jimmy Johnson. We're gonna try to go sail it back down the inside. We're going to use Fittipaldi as a pick here in just a second. We're going to try to shove him up there. Well, we got a little bit of contact still. We get loose off of 4. I got a little bit of aero tight right then and there. We're going to cut Jimmy Johnson off, and we're back to the point. But we got Christian Fittipaldi. This is not what I wanted to see in front of me. I was hoping to pin Jimmy Johnson up there. But we're going to try to go down the inside, of course. Fittipaldi decides to do what Fittipaldi does best and gets in the frickin' way. 3 laps to go. We're a little bit worried about the fuel because our tires are very worn once again. It's like Bristol all over again in this scenario, actually, when it comes to the fuel. I'm a little bit concerned because now we have 1.8 left. I think we can make it to the end now at this point. I think we can make 2 more laps anyway. We got 2 laps to go this time by here in the Coke 600. We're just holding off Jimmy Johnson as best we can here. It's just a repeat of Texas last year, really, where I'm just fighting Jimmy Johnson for the win. Tony Stewart falls to the back. Harvick has prepared his machine to get himself back at the P3 in this race. What a valiant effort for the number 29 team. They're trying to make sure they can get the point lead away from Dale Jr. this race. He wants to become a champion too, just about 9 years earlier anyway. I mean, let's see. The champions are in this season. We have Junior that won 2003. We have Jarrett that won 2004. But we're having an epic title fight for 2005 as we got 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank, for trying to take away our 4th win of the season so far already. From 34th to 1st, we just have to hold on to it for 1 more lap. We have enough fuel to do it, but I don't think we have enough fuel to do a burnout, guys. We're going to be just at the nose coming into that caution. Really safe was the right call. Thankfully, I just didn't even know what lap we were on. I'm just glad we came down when we did. But anyway, we're coming across the line, and we are a Memorial Day Coke 600 winner, baby. Let's go! 4 wins! 4 wins this season, boys. Yes! Can we even do a cool quickie burnout here or not? I have to find out. Oh, in fact, we got to do it at the Coke 600 sign. Why not? Yeah, boys, first burnout on the off-road. Oh, there it is. There's the fuel. It's out. I'm out of gas again. So much for the entertainment value for the burnout there, huh? Oh well, you take it as you go.
Lots of caution laps were run in this race.
It was definitely a busy day for the pace car driver. I don't really know why we had so many. Just one of those races, I guess.
Debris.
The 56 car came from the back of the pack to get the win.
Yeah, he probably feels like he passed 100 cars on the track. It's hard work to come from the back in this NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It all pays off when you win, though.
The 56 car may have some friends out on the track after this one.
Relationships with other drivers are important in the NASCAR Winston Cup Series. It can make you or break you.
Man, what a drive. The frames are dropping, but I don't care. What a drive. What a race. What a win. 2 points paying races in a row, we win. And we got Dover and Pocono up next. We got to do well in our home tracks this time. We did pretty good at Dover last time. Heck yeah, guys. Well done. We had a little bit of a botched pit entry, but thankfully it was the last-minute call to come on in. Wow. Coke 600, guys. We did it. That's 4 wins this season. Let's go. What a hot streak we have here in the Cup Series so far. Oh, man. Of course, we did not get the, whatchamacallit bonus for the secondary because we failed to qualify in P5. From 34th to 1st. That's what I have to say. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon here at the Coke 600. I love these long races. Hell, I wouldn't mind streaming like 100% races sometime. Like I know Kamikaze does it, you know, with his Tony Raines playthrough, but I don't even know. Like, wow, what a drive, what a race, what a victory. Unfortunately for Stewart, he did not lead a single lap. How many laps did Newman lead? He probably led like a lot. Steve Park came from 36th to 13th. After having a horrible season so far, he needed this run. David Green, a top 15 run. Well done for him, coming from 38th to 15th. What a great run. Mike Bliss leading the charge for the Everham Racing Team from 41st to 17th. Wait, what happened to Bobby then? I don't see him. He must have DNF'd. Yeah, he did. Bobby Labonte must have DNF'd. He finishes in second to last. Same thing with Ryan Newman. He must have DNF'd as well. What the heck? Did he lead the most laps at least? Yes, he does. Man, what a wacky race this was. We have like about 5 DNFs or something. Or no, yeah, well, 4 or 5 really. What a weird race we had at the Coke 600 today. I'm okay with the weirdness. Well, that wasn't a dull race at all, now was it? That was actually kind of fun. I mean, I'm not saying that because I won, because I drove all the way from the back to the front. That was pretty fun. That was a really weird and wacky race, though. Like, the AI actually makes a mistake, a legitimate mistake. And that caused a huge pileup, which, of course, it had 3 or 4 debris cautions followed up afterwards, which is pretty weird. I'm okay with the weirdness. I hope it continues. I don't know if it will, because we're on legend difficulty in this game, and the AI tend to make more mistakes when it's on rookie. But anyway, that was a fun race. And I hope you'll get ready for next race anyway, at Dover, because I'm ready to go. I want to win at my home track this time. Especially since now we got MBNA on the car, because now we got the MBNA Armed Forces Family 400, so we got to do well for them. We got to go back to our original paint scheme, actually, because it's a daytime race now. But in case you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and it helps out the channel. I can't wait to see you guys in the next race at Dover. Goodbye.